or the full picture of what happened to establish if Abedi was working by himself. Oh, duh, of course he wasn't. Or as part of a wider group. Mrs. May had earlier said that they believed they knew the identity of the perpetrator. Now it came out. Evening Standard reported the bomber, who was not immediately identified, was known to security services. But they did not believe he posed an immediate threat. I mean, really, ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attack online. If Abedi was indeed known to authorities, it would mark the latest in a number of terrorists who committed terrorist acts despite having been monitored by security services. Like what? Khalid Massoud, the ISIS terrorist who in March mowed down people with his car before stabbing a police officer to death outside the Palace of Westminster. He was being monitored by MI5. Oh, I wonder why. Over concerns of violent extremism, but was no longer deemed to be a threat. Oh, surprise! Oh, wow. And you're who are you? Are you a Daffy Duck or MI5? That was Khalid Massoud, right? That was in March. Then you got Anis Amri, who drove a truck through a Berlin Christmas market. Remember that? Killed 12 people in December. He had been identified as a terrorist threat months before the attack, but was not apprehended. Oh, well, maybe they're working together for the Vatican to push the New World Order agenda. What New World Order agenda? Take away your rights. Put fear in the hearts of people. Act like they're your saviors. In fact, they are the monsters. Wow. In France, remember that? The gunman who killed a police officer at the Champs-Élysées, as I said, in April, had been the subject of a counterterrorism investigation in March. So the gunman who killed the police officer in April was under investigation in March, the subject of counterterrorism investigation. Some of the attackers behind the 2015 Paris attack had also been monitored by both Belgian and French intelligence services. But we're still unable to coordinate a major terrorist attack. But they were still able to do the terrorist attack, killing 130 people. You can't tell me that the French, the Belgium, the U.S., the British intelligence